What is the opposite of fresh?
Stale.
But that's not a slang word.
Rotten.
Close.
Rot.
Getting colder. The opposite of fresh is dead.
Is that the opposite of fresh?
Yes, right now it is.
Like, you're a writer and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you think fresh is the opposite of dead.
Yeah, because dead would be like zombies that are dead, and fresh would be people who are alive. Gotta stick with me. Right there.
I mean, zombies can be fresh too. Like, if you were just freshly minted a zombie, you'd be a fresh zombie.
You think so?
Sure.
Okay.
Are we going to do dead anyway?
Well, why wouldn't we do dead? Dead anyway. That's like my favorite.
Well, I mean,
movie.
just
That's my favorite zombie movie from the 2000s. Dead anyways.
Yeah, it was Dead Anyway, starring Pauly Shore.
I thought it was with Kirsten Dunst and somebody when she was like a zombie cheerleader or something like that.
Kirsten Dunst and Freddie Prinze Jr.
Mm-hmm. That's a hell of a movie. We should write that.
Yeah.
All right. I'm Dan.
That was it. That was the entirety of your intro.
There'll be more.
It was like a terrible. It was a terrible build.
Was there a build?
No, not really. You just kind of
asked a question. Right?
Went, our word's dead.
Strap in. Our world's dead. I'm Dan. Dead is perfect for us to do, though, because that's all we do is kill people. And words.
But mostly people.
Yeah. This is hang out with your slang out. This is where slang words come to die.
It's where 90s icons come to die.
Well, let's make some 90s iconic words dead then. You with me?
You're dead to me.
That sounds close enough.
Oh, I'm Matt. Welcome to Hang Out with Your Slang Out.
Dude, you were dead on with that one.
Nailed it.
All right. Dead. Dead it is. Dead as a doornail. Dead.
I never understood
rising.
that saying.
Dead as a doornail?
Yeah. A doornail was never alive, so how could it be dead as a doornail?
Can you prove that a doornail was never alive?
Yes. Its soul never went to heaven.
Well, it's because they use nails in coffins. Coffins for death. Death for dead. I thought you were smarter than that.
Where did any of that have to do with doorknob?
Dead. It can be used to indicate that something was so funny or unexpected that it figuratively killed them with laughter or surprise.
Killed them?
Mm-hmm. Which I think I'm dead has been used for a little bit in that aspect, but the dead slang that I've heard is got nothing to do with that.
I also think it's funny because I feel like it was I'm dying for a while and then it just switched to I'm dead.
Yeah, I think so. I remember both of those.
And it's also interesting that if it's coming from something being so funny that for a really long time now, comedians have talked about having a really good set as having killed.
Yeah. And I've heard like, oh, that was a real dead audience. Like the audience was like asleep or, you know,
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen it like that. Obviously dead obviously means, you know, not alive. So there is that. The not living. The
Really?
front man for a Norwegian black metal band, Mayhem. Cool.
Well, that's interesting. If we talk about him enough, do we kill dead?
Slang term meaning extremely or very. Still not what I heard it being used for these days.
What did you hear used for?
Are you familiar with?
I'm not.
You have to be familiar with it. Butterface.
Sure.
Yeah, which would mean technically someone who's attractive, but their head or face is not very good.
Right.
Okay. Is the opposite of what their body is. Well, I've heard dead being used in that same aspect. So, heard it referred to as the level of attractiveness for a person. So basically someone who ranks like a 5 or below on the physical scale, you would say that person's dead. Not the nicest thing in the world,
I have never heard it used that way.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised to hear it being used that way, because I've heard it all the other ways.
Who said it?
I don't know if I want to say. I don't want to make them feel bad. Basically, my son and all his boys, that's their new thing, which they don't make up stuff. So I know they've heard it. I'm wondering if it's a rap or hip hop thing. But you refer to the opposite sex if they are not technically attractive enough for you as no, that she was dead. And I was like, you mean like physically she's not there anymore? He's like, no, she just wasn't. There's no reason for me to advance anything because she's dead.
Well, but
it works the other way too.
But does that have to
men as well?
Yeah, but does that have to be physical in nature? Like maybe it's like saying that it's a dead end.
I've heard it used emotionally before, like someone's emotionally dead.
Well, yes, dead inside. But no, what I'm saying is the guy's saying that like maybe it's just a dead end. It doesn't have to be necessarily a physical dead end. Like maybe they were boring on a date or whatever, and it's just like no, that's dead. I
would think someone as mature as us would think of something like that, but when you're 20, it's the opposite. It's probably just...
There was another term for that. What was it?
That the person's unattractive?
No, well, maybe, but like unattractive to the point where like you've already decided to move in a different direction. And again, not necessarily physically unattractive, just unattractive in some part of them to the point where you no longer want to pursue that avenue.
Ooh, what? Electric Avenue?
That's where we're going to rock down.
We're going to rock down to it. Yes.
But I don't know if people are dead down there or not. Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like there's more meaning to it. I guess I'm trying to protect your son from sounding superficial, but I don't think it's all physical based in that. There's also, and I said it in, if we want to call it the intro, I said it in the intro, dead to me.
Okay.
Which basically means I'm so mad at you that I don't want to talk to you again.
We used to use dead for everything. Like, oh, that guy came in dead last, or, the audience is dead. And so like it got used all the time like that. Did you ever use it like that?
I mean, I'm sure
like in place of all different kinds of things.
I'm sure I've said dead last, but I don't think that replaces anything. I think dead last is just always, I don't know. I mean, I guess it is slang technically, but it's been said for so long.
The mostest last.
The mostest last. Yeah. You can just say last. But like, it's like saying it falls in line with somebody saying that they have blank amount of best friends. Like, no, best is one. Top of the chart.
You looking at me?
No.
You got that on tape though. That was recorded. That the best is one, and you put me on top of that list. I saw it.
No, I didn't put you on top of that.
You heard it, people.
They didn't hear nothing. Anyways, so people will say that they have like 6 best friends. No, you don't. You have a best friend, and then you have 5 really good friends, or 5 better than most everybody else friends.
See, I heard it again. I heard I'm your best friend, and I have 5 other best friends.
You're angling towards last right now. So last works the same way. Like
you're dead last.
You can't be like second to last is not last. Like last is last. There's only one person that can come in last.
Can you tie for last?
No.
Sure. It's happened. Dead to me. See how that works?
Yes. Okay. I do see how it works because I used it already. In reference to you.
I have a feeling this is a word we've all used though. Like I've already said that I used to use it back, every now and then.
I don't know that I've used it.
I don't use it the way I brought it up, the slang that they're trying to use it as now.
Yeah, well, like, yes.
I've said, saying you're so not my type that you're dead to me.
Yeah, no, I've definitely never used it that way.
It's a little dramatic.
And I've definitely never said I'm dead when referring to something being so funny.
No, it happens a lot. I'll say something and you laugh and you'll be like, I'm dead. And you slap your knee. I've seen it happen 2 or 3 times.
I don't know.
No,
like every time I feel like we do an episode, it's like you've completely forgotten who I am as a person.
That makes it fresh.
I think 3 times you've seen me laugh out loud.
In one episode.
No.
You laugh a little more than you think.
No.
That's why you keep coming back. You're like, that beautiful son of a bitch.
No, usually there's food here.
Yeah, you're usually, I'm hungry, and that beautiful son of a bitch makes me laugh.
Yeah, it's mostly about the food.
I'll take it.
Great. So yeah, I don't know that I've ever used dead in a slang way, regardless of what you want to say the slang definition is. I've only used it per its definition. Like, that person is dead. Literally, they're dead.
That doornail's dead.
Unless you say dead to me, I've told people they're dead to me a lot.
I bet you've been like, oh, really?
Yeah, like a lot.
You're a cold person.
Well, they should stop saying stupid shit or doing stupid shit.
Oh, man. What about like dead drunk?
Never heard it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard that a bunch of times.
In Kingman?
So I think I've heard it on TV and shit, like in movies.
No. Piss drunk. Heard that.
Heard that too. Dead sounds better. Piss drunk is just drunk. Because everybody pisses when they're drunk.
What's dead drunk?
Like, I think that person's dead.
No, that's blackout drunk.
Yeah, dead.
No, blackout.
Stop naming dwarfs. Dead drunk. That's one of the dwarfs, right? Sleepy.
No, all the dwarves were white. Why would one of them be called blackout?
Oh.
Blackout's, I think, the one guy in Top Gun.
He was the white guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was the Jewish pilot.
It was Goose's call sign before he was Goose.
Oh.
Actually, no, I don't think so. I was going to say, I think in Hot Shots, one of the call signs might have been blackout.
It might have been, and it was probably a racial. It was probably a racial joke. Yes. Are you looking it up?
Yeah, I can see. Oh no, it was John Cryer's character that I was getting confused with because his call sign was washout. Was
it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Pretty close.
William O'Leary's call sign was dead meat. I kind of want to see that movie again.
Oh, you know what movie I wanted to bring up we haven't talked about, and it kind of leans into dead, is...
here's the kicker.
Oh.
Dead Meat's wife in that movie was George Costanza's fiance.
I don't remember the lady's name.
Heidi Swedberg. Or do you mean in Seinfeld?
Either one.
In Seinfeld, her name was Susan.
Yeah, Susan. But yeah, it's the only thing I knew her from was that show.
Ryan Stiles was in Hot Shots. I really need to watch this again.
That's been a while. The movie that falls underneath dead, other than like all the zombie movies, but did you ever see Michael J.
Dead Man on Campus starring Mark Paul Gosselaar?
I forgot about that one. That's a good one. Did you ever see Michael J. Fox, The Frighteners?
No.
Really?
Yes, really.
Oh.
Is it a scary type movie?
Scary and like
if you have to think about it, it's scary enough that I wouldn't have seen it.
No, it's kind of like scary in the same vein as like Gremlins or whatever.
Yep.
Basically, he's.
Do you know I've never seen Gremlins?
I know we talked about that because you're almost dead to me on that. You would love both movies. Yeah, I don't know how you shouldn't even be allowed to host this podcast without watching Gremlins.
Yeah, I do.
Really, haven't seen The Frighteners?
No.
I think he would love it because he can see dead people. But it's like the people are kind of like funny.
So he's like Haley Joel Osment before Haley Joel Osment is Haley Joel Osment.
A little bit. It's Michael J. Fox being a little darker than normal because it's kind of, I'm trying to remember who directed the movie. It's supposed to be one of those kind of like dark comedies. Has some good twists. And I'm trying to remember what I'm trying to remember what they're doing. They're trying to hunt down a guy who's stealing souls. Like,
I got another dead movie.
There's tons of dead movies.
Starring Leslie Nielsen. I think it's starring Leslie Nielsen.
Uh-oh. Go for it.
Dracula, Dead and Loving It.
Oh, I don't know if I saw that. That was when his movies weren't getting as funny as they were. I had to have seen that movie.
His movies were never not funny.
The best dead movie is Weekend at Bernie's.
Like movie with a dead character? Yeah, I guess so, because it's the only one I can think of where they're a character the entire time.
Yeah. Weekend at Bernie 2.
Oh, young Jonathan Silverman.
He was pretty funny in that. I don't think I liked him in anything else after that.
No, he was on some sitcom that I watched for a while.
Oh, when he was the doctor or something, wasn't he?
Maybe.
It was one of the ones they tried to force on you around Friends. Like when Friends and Seinfeld were ruling the airwaves, they kept forcing these other comedies, and none of them.
They've done that with every show. The Simpsons has tried to carry so many different shows.
They're all dead now.
It wasn't until like Family Guy where something really stuck.
Because I want to say he was David Schwimmer's like best friend or one of his best buddies.
It might have been.
And that's one of the reasons he was able to get that show. That, and I think he co-starred on that on one or two of the episodes, didn't he? On Friends?
Maybe.
I want to say he played a doctor.
What's the best video game with dead in the title?
False. Dead Rising?
I thought you were going to go there. I would go Red Dead Redemption.
Fucking Cowboys. That's so boring. I'm the one guy who hates Red Dead Redemption.
Are you?
Yeah. Yo, I get a ride in a wagon. I just paid $90 for that.
Yeah.
Watch me shoot this revolver. Oh, there's cactus. Oh, I can pee. Wow. Just don't get it.
Dumb.
Though those guys who made that game, I'm not sure if you've seen it. I think it's in part 2.
Mm.
Like if you, because it's open world, so you can go everywhere. If you search the open world, there's actually clan rallies going, and you can do whatever you want to them. So like that's one of the things, you stumble onto it. You can watch these guys on YouTube or on TikTok, and they just kill them all with like laughter, and it's great. And like you have your horses kill them and stuff. And I was like, now that's kind of fun because
you're dead and you're dead and you're dead. I'm sure there are also people out there that are like, oh, this is fun. I ran into a clan rally. I'm going to be part of the clan now.
Yeah, they're running around. Thankfully, I haven't seen those videos. Okay.
They're probably on X.
I wish X would die. So the word's dead.
Yeah.
We haven't killed anybody lately.
Well,
by the time this comes out, maybe that'll change. But it's been
I feel
pretty quiet.
I feel like it was a couple weeks ago that you said to me, look what we did. Oh, no, because I pointed out that we never named him by name.
Which one?
The lead singer of that shitty band.
Crazy Town?
Yeah.
Yeah, we never mentioned his name, but we made fun of them enough.
In part, I can tell you it's because I didn't know his name until literally the announcement came out that he died.
What was his name?
Like,
Lefty Skibbity Doo?
Basically.
Something.
His name was a slang term.
Yeah, so bad.
It was like Rusty Shackelford or something like that.
But no, we haven't. Did you? Maybe your powers are dead?
Also, by saying Rusty Shackelford, I hope I don't kill the voice actor that played Dale Gribble.
Oh, Rusty Shackelford?
Yeah, that was his nickname.
Okay.
In the show. If you ever had to cover up and not be Dale Gribble, his fake name was Rusty Shackelford.
That's cool. Didn't know that. Or didn't realize I knew that. It's probably the first one.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, so who should we try to kill?
Nobody.
Name well, we always do this. 3 people you'd like to see dead.
No, that's a terrible game to play. Here we go. All right. We'll name 3 people. 3 people that are dead that you wish you could meet.
Okay. Me go first?
Well, yes. I'm sort of asking you the question, so let's go with that.
Top of the list is Jim Henson.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe John Lennon.
Okay.
I think he'd be interesting to talk to. I think I'd rather meet Freddie Mercury, but I think John Lennon would be more interesting to talk to. And O.J. Simpson.
O.J. is not on your list. What's your real third?
No, he's my third one because he's in hell, and I would prove that there's hell.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, because I really want to know if he did it.
No, I wouldn't want to meet them. It's got to be somebody really good that there's a whole bunch, because I was going to say David Bowie, but then these are all like singers. So but like Chris Cornell, I hate myself that I never went and saw him sing.
Yeah, same. I also hate myself that I didn't appreciate him as a singer until after he was dead.
Mm-hmm.
Like there were definitely Soundgarden songs that I liked and Audioslave songs that I liked and all that stuff. But I never knew the true quality of him as a singer because everything was so heavy that it's sort of easy to mask mistakes.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So it's harder to tell when somebody's good.
Okay. I got mine now.
Okay.
It's Jim Henson.
Uh-huh.
John Candy. Love to see John Kennedy. And a more recent one, it's not recent anymore, but I think I would have just loved the guy, Taylor Hawkins. Because him leaving was just like, I wasn't ready for it. And you see how much he shined when he was here. So it's like, God, I would love to. I bet he's just so fun to sit there and talk about music with.
Mm-hmm.
So those are my three.
Interesting.
A lot of people say I am very interesting.
Oh, no, that's not what I was
They're all,
saying.
you're dead ass interesting.
Dead ass.
I ain't lying. If I'm lying, I'm dying. That's what they say.
We hadn't even gotten into dead ass yet. Isn't that a completely different slang term?
Mm-hmm. There'll be a lot of Taco Bell jokes in that one.
Sure will.
Come on. I know there's got to be a few.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of them.
Well, I mean, other than, honestly, I'd like to talk to my dad again. I don't want to bring this podcast down.
Too late.
Shit.
But not because of that statement. You just in general bring this podcast down.
Mm-hmm. Peace out, Dad.
You
know what? I'd like to talk to your dad.
Yeah, you would.
Oh my God. To get the skinny on you, to get all the, oh my God.
When I was going off to high school and he said, quit being so fucking weird.
Didn't work.
No. Oh, well, I mean, it did for a year or two. And then I was like, no, fuck this. Weird.
That was your breakdance name, Captain Weirdo?
Yeah, that was it.
The Weird Meister. Weird-Rama.
Good point. Good one. Rob Schneider. Oh, wait. No, he's not dead. I'm kind of mad that you went back and picked John Candy because he was going to be on my list. So in that case, Gene Wilder.
I thought you were going to say that. I didn't want to steal your thunder. And God, he'd be a good conversation.
His partner in crime, Richard Pryor.
Oh my God, Ricky. I'd enjoy Gene, I think, better.
I think I would too, but I think I'm almost thinking of this as a package deal where I could meet them at the same time and just watch them make me laugh for eternity.
God, can you imagine being on a fly on the wall with those guys when they don't have to be PC or like they could just be funny?
One of the best parts for me about the documentary was how they got into their friendship, and the person who was talking for most of the time, and I'd forgotten that she was his daughter, but Rain Pryor.
I forgot about her.
Yeah. And so she was talking like the entire time about her dad and their relationship and stuff like that. And it was really like interesting. Like Gene was kind of Richard's savior.
And if there's any listeners that are younger that happen to listen to this, and if you take anything from this, if you don't know who Richard Pryor is, please YouTube him. Find anything from him. He's got a bunch of 80s movies, 70s movies, but he's the comic that is the standard for most comedians today. Him and I think Red Fox were the ones that just, but
also maybe like turn down your PC monitors because you're going to hear some jokes that might offend a little bit.
Super inappropriate, but
let the man cook. He's so funny.
Yeah. He's just, he was a talent. Two good picks, man.
Yeah. Thank you. I was going to stick with the comedian route and say Groucho Marx.
Well, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Think about that.
But I think instead, I might go Dean Martin.
Ooh, I have a feeling you would enjoy a conversation with Dean Martin. I think
because he's kind of a dry wise ass, and I think I would.
Why do they keep? Is he up there too? He's got a shot glass for you right now.
Maybe. Who knows?
I just feel Dean Martin might have been an asshole.
Maybe, but I'm interested in finding out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there are like baseball players too that fit that category where I can't think of any off the top of my head. Well, Mickey Mantle, I'd be interested in meeting.
That could be cool.
Gordie Howe, just to hear him talk shit on all the new people. But yeah, I think those would be my three.
Oh, those are pretty good. I always want my wife has always had this thing where she appreciated and loved Marilyn Monroe.
Mm-hmm.
And I always just saw her as, the pure physicalness of who Marilyn was. And I never got too deep into her life and all that stuff. But the struggles she had, and she's one of the ones I think would be interesting to talk to. And I don't like Elvis, but maybe meeting Elvis in his heyday and talking to him to see if I would understand him a little bit better. I could put Elvis on the list, but I always wanted to see if Marilyn was as sad as she seemed.
I'd be interested to meet John F. Kennedy.
Yeah, he could be
especially because at the time United States' only Catholic president till now.
Einstein,
Sure.
especially after Oppenheimer, the guy who played him in that just nailed it.
Yeah.
I was just like, that would probably be a conversation I couldn't handle myself in, but I bet you it would have been fun. I bet you he was sneaky funny.
Yeah, I think that there's probably a good amount of scientists and inventors that would be interesting to talk to. I know I would not want to talk to Henry Ford. That guy really hated the Jews. Like, bad.
But some of these people are heroes, so they always tell you don't meet your heroes.
Yeah.
Because God forbid 10 years ago I would have said Bill Cosby. Well, he's not dead, but
Might as well be.
he was, yeah. And
He's dead to me.
yeah, I think you think about it now and it's like, ouch. Like I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan, but I don't know if I'd want to talk to him because I don't know. And I think he's innocent of most of the stuff that he was targeted for, but I don't necessarily think maybe he was the nicest of guys.
And that brings up an interesting topic too, though, right? Like we're not the only people that have ever had this conversation of if you could meet somebody dead, who would you meet? But do you get to control the conversation, or do you hear everything, good, bad, or otherwise, from that person?
I mean, technically you'd want to hear it the way you want to hear it.
Right.
But the couple that I've named, I would be going in, like the Maryland thing, I'd be going into that to just to hear it. Like,
I also almost
whatever you are, whatever. Just
I also almost said John Ritter.
Oh God, I love me some John Ritter.
Yeah.
Did that sound really? Was that too breathy?
It was a little breathy.
I feel like John Ritter never got his due.
Mm-mm.
God, he was so funny.
So funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about John Ritter. I love John Ritter. Hey, I got one. What's up, Johnny boy?
I mean, it was after.
Every time we name some of these, it seems like my lights are going on and off. And
so either he has a really bad electrical problem.
No,
probable.
It's ghosts. They're listening.
Oh.
This is
at least somebody's listening.
This is
too
where
bad
the
it doesn't up our listen count.
What did I say? This is where the dead come to listen to slang.
Yeah,
isn't that how I put it?
I think that's not what you said.
Shit. So those are some good picks. I'm a little melancholy now though because there's a long list of guys I'd like to talk to. And obviously, I'd like to go back like long time ago, Cleopatra or something, or Alexander the Great.
I heard he was only okay.
That's what I heard too. Not that good looking either. Like Genghis Khan. Did he get a bad rap, or did he really sleep with all those people?
Probably,
because Genghis Khan's in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and he's just misunderstood. They give Genghis Khan a Twinkie. That's how they woo him into the future, is with a Twinkie. and he totally wrecks like Oshman Sporting Goods or something in the mall. And he's trying out bats and stuff. It's fucking classic. And I just kind of want that to be Genghis Khan.
I don't know that that's Genghis Khan. But I'm also going to throw this out there. We're talking a lot about how, but we are currently talking a lot about how Genghis Khan begat a whole bunch of people because of all the sexual relations.
It's scary how they can tie it back to him too.
It is, but I'm going to be honest. There's probably a white dude out there that did the same thing.
Did you see that? I don't know why this popped in my head when you said that. Did you see the doctor who did that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there was a doctor who helps people have kids, and it turns out he was going in back and rubbing one out for how many did they find? Was it 200 or 2,000?
I know it was in the hundreds. I don't know if it was in the thousands, but it was a lot.
Unbelievable. That sounds like a good job, though. Yeah, is that on Hulu or Netflix?
It might be both, but I think it's Netflix.
Yeah. If you want a good horror story and to feel awful about the human race, watch that.
Indeed.
Yeah. So dead turned out to be a decent word.
Sure.
Has a lot of meaning.
It does have a lot of meaning.
If this episode gets put out live and nobody's died by then, currently nobody's dead.
I mean, good news is most of the people we named are already dead.
Thankfully. But
it's not good news. I wish they were still alive. But the point is, we can't kill them because we already did.
Really? It's okay to say if you're okay with somebody that's dead. Like, should Genghis Khan be alive still?
I think it could make for some interesting TV.
Like Bill Cosby, should he still be alive?
You know what I think somebody should do is they should they should make a show that it's a reality show, but it's not really a reality show, but it's the contestants are all the great dictators of time, just to see who would win in sort of a survivor
Survivor with all the old dictators.
Yeah, so it's like
you would have Alexander the Great, Genghis Khan,
Hitler, Nero.
Oh, Nero, that fucker.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that guy. Oh, see him just all huddling up. We gotta get that son of a bitch out of here. They're all holding the things up to the screen. I vote Nero. That son of a bitch.
He gets voted off and burns the whole place down.
Yeah.
But watches from a distance.
Motherfucker can't start one fire. Oh, man. See, I was dead. I got you right there. You're dying.
Killed it.
Mm-hmm. Can't sell that a little more for me?
Nope.
All right. Yeah, if we can get through this without another celebrity or somebody famous dying before this one comes out, we should do like a celebratory episode.
You said that people had to watch Richard Pryor.
Mm-hmm.
What movie do you think they should watch?
Oh my God. I love all his movies he did with Gene Wilder.
Uh-huh.
They have one called See No Evil, Hear No Evil.
They talk about that. It made me misty. They talked about it in the...
I love that movie. It wasn't as big a hit as it should have been.
Yeah.
But I love that. But he had a movie called The Toy that was huge.
Toy was good.
But I really like Brewster's Millions. I don't know if
which then ties into one of your three people.
John Candy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But Brewster's Millions, I don't think it was as big as it was supposed to be at the time too.
This game's going to be fun because we're going to go down the line. Okay, so if you had to pick one John Candy movie for somebody to watch.
Oh my God, I don't even know. I don't know if I can. Because I think technically Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is his best movie.
Mm-hmm.
But my God, Uncle Buck.
I could watch that on repeat.
Uncle Buck. He's like side characters in a lot of his. Like he did one called The Great Outdoors.
Bug, Flea,
like, okay.
You get it?
Someone showed the scene from what was it? He's in Home Alone.
Uh-huh.
Doing the polka stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's just perfect. And he's damn near my favorite character in Stripes. And Stripes is one of my all-time funniest favorite movies.
Spaceballs, he's fantastic.
Oh my God, dude. I can't. I just can't.
All right, fine. Then pick one Gene Wilder movie everybody should see.
Everybody's gonna say Charlie and a Chocolate Factory. You know the stuff about that? About how he almost didn't do the movie?
I think they said it in the doc.
Was he talking about he does a flip when he first gets introduced to him. He walks out in a cane,
mm-hmm.
and he said, if I can't do the cane and then flip, I won't do the movie. He's all like, are you serious? He's all, yes. He's all, because that sets you up to being like, I might be a liar, or I'm a liar. You don't know. And he's all, that's my character. So none of the kids are going to know if I'm telling the truth, if there's even a thing at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, and I guess that wasn't in the script. And he was like, no, I'll walk away. And I was like, what a pimp move. And it really is. It's like his signature scene in that movie, which is, oh, God damn, he's so talented. Oh, God. Oh, easy. Young Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
I'm going to watch that movie now.
That's actually the movie that he created and asked Mel Brooks for help with as far as the directing aspect was concerned.
God, it's so good. That movie will stand the test of time because it wasn't kind of current when he made it. Oh God.
It took him forever to sell it too because they wanted
and in black and white back in those days.
That's why it took them forever to sell it because everybody was like, no, we're not doing a black and white movie. It's the 70s. Like,
oh my God.
And they finally sold it and it was one of the biggest hits ever.
That's one of those movies every time I watch.
I still think my favorite character of his is from Blazing Saddles. But
yeah, you quote.
I fucking love that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. That's probably technically a funnier movie. But I watch Young and Frankenstein. I see something new every time. Not sometimes. Every time I see something new.
Are we awake? That depends. Are we black?
You're going to start quoting the wrong. Don't you hard R anything in here.
Oh, no. The other guy says that. I'm fine.
Good picks, man. Good picks. I'm going to go watch that Gene Wilder thing. If I don't do it tonight, it's going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's going to make me cry.
Probably, yeah.
All right. You want to wrap this episode up?
Might as well. It was dead on arrival anyway.
Oh, DOA. The other white meat.
Also a fantastic Foo Fighters song.
That is a good song.
Yeah.
DOA is actually a good video game I liked. That's the one I should have named. It's a fighting game.
You ruined it.
You ruined it.
Probably.
As a podcast host, you were dead to me. Oh, you know what we should call this? The Dead Cast. You're welcome. De nada.
Welcome for what?
That's pretty good, right?
No, not really.
All right, so you're saying this was dead, so then we'll just end it.
Just end it already.
We'll just end this dead.
I'm sure there are people for the last 30 minutes that have been saying that exact same thing to their radios.
All right, well, I'm Dead Man Dan.
And I'm Slayer, Matt.
Does that mean you're going to kill me?
No, it means I played really mid rock music in the 80s.
Don't get the Slayer fans after us.
Like they listen to us anyway.
They say, hey, you don't know. You
can't take time away listening to Slayer to listen to our podcast.
All right.
Don't want to forget how good whatever their hit was.
That's awesome. He just slayed me, and I'm so dead now.
Killing it.
Mm-hmm. All right. This is Hangout.
With your slang out.
That's all. That's all you got?
Yeah.
You're worried about these intros. You need to work on these outros.
No, this podcast is dead anyway.
Yeah. It's a dead cast. That's gonna work. I'm gonna make that work.
You're gonna have to do a lot of editing
to make Deadcast work.
Yeah.
Deadcast. Wasn't that Die Hard 6? Die Hard 6 Deadcast?
No, Deadcast is what happens to Han Solo when he's put into carbonite.
That's a Deadcast?
Yeah, because it's like a cast of his body.
No, didn't work.
Could have worked.
No, don't think so.
Huh.
Keep trying.
Agree to disagree.
Next week. You can try again next week.
Okay, I will. I will try next
I
week.
hope you do. All right. Slangers, you are not dead to us.
Not yet.
Oh, shit.
But all your friends that don't listen to us, they're dead to us. So try to bring them back to life and tell them to listen to Hangout
with your Deadcast.
God damn it.
Where slang words go to die.
I mean, they sure do that.
Or my jokes go to die.
That absolutely happens. In your defense, the jokes weren't good to start with.
You don't even know.
Can you stop eating my feet, please?
Hey, they taste good to me. You're talking to my dog. That's the other thing you may not hear.
Get your dog off my dogs.
Yeah, we've talked about this before in an episode about the dogs you may hear in the background. If you hear us sound like we were being licked or eaten by a dog, that's usually my Frenchie doing exactly that.
Yeah, he's being a real butt nugget right now.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, butt nugget. Hungry? You smell like something.
Dead.
It's dead to you.